This pre-defense video to getting my master degree. My name is Nazar Mahmoud Abdul Mun'im Al-Musawi, employee in Ministry of Finance of Iraq. Firstly, I want to thank the Committee of Defense and I'm very grateful for my supervisor, Dr. Marjan Nadiran. Thesis title: Credit Risk Management of Banking Customer Using Multiplayer Perceptron Neural Network. Introduction. Lending is one of the most important activities of banks. This part of banks' activities is subject to credit risk and requires the banks to examine the credit status of the borrowers. In this thesis, the first chapter, the problem of identifying the credit risk of bank customer was discussed. Then, in the second chapter, the basic concept related to the issue of customer credit risk detection, such as data mining, the concept of classification, as well concept related to dimension reduction were explained. In the third chapter, a background of the method used to solve the mentioned problem was examined, and in the fourth chapter, the method used in this thesis were examined to solve the mentioned problem. Status of the problem. In this research, we seek to select the factors affecting credit risk in the form of features, and based on dataset containing the mentioned features, determine a model to determine the credit risk of customer. The main method used to create a model for identifying credit risk and distinguish bad customer from good customer is the multi-layer perceptron artificial neural network algorithm. Each neural network contains an input layer where each node in this layer is equivalent to one of the protection variables. Definition of the problem. The problem of identifying the credit risk bank's customer is kind of two classes. Classification problem. In this problem, the aim is to place each sample E in one of the good or bad classes. In this slides, research objective and definition of risk from the banking view point of view, but I reduce time to reduce my time in the video. I go directly to suggestion method. Suggestion method, classification algorithm, but combination algorithm BABC. Shortly, it can be said that in this algorithm, first population of bats that are used to search for prey selected and by imitation the method of bees. At the beginning of the work, it is divided into two groups. General method of problem solving by suggestion method. Firstly, the desired data set is specified. Second, The collection is divided into three categories of training, validation, and test data, so that 17 of the total data is considered as a training sample, and remaining 30% as test and validation samples. Third, in this step, we give the training data set directly to MLB algorithm and obtain and record the result of data classification by the MLB algorithm. Fourth, we give the data set that contain 20 features to combined path algorithm. Each path in the hybrid path algorithm selects a number of features in the dataset and passes them to the MLB algorithm. Fifth, after calculate the classification accuracy for each path, the path with the highest classification accuracy is introduced as the best path, and we compare the value of this path with the threshold value defined as a stop condition. Evaluation criteria. The following relation shows the prediction, recall, accuracy, and fitness. The first test, we classify the parameter. We classify the primary data set that contain 600 values samples, contain 20 features by the MLB method. The obtained results show an average classification accuracy 89.3% using this data set for MLB method. The result obtained for the evaluation parameter related to this test are shown in figure. In the second test, the data set by combined MLB method and the combined path meta-heuristic method, classifying for the purpose. First, the main data set by each path from the hybrid path algorithm. The effect combining the path method in improving the accuracy of MLB classification and comparison with the binary path method and the genetic method. According to the result obtained in table 1.4, it is clear that the combined path algorithm, by selecting a maximum of 11 effective and efficient features from all features, and the binary path algorithm by selecting maximum of 55 paths for MLB training, have been able to achieve the accuracy of the class in order get 89.43% and 86.66% classification for MLB algorithm. And this it is the case that genetic algorithm in the same situation. These features shows the accuracy in the previous tests, and in this slide the accuracy shown also in these two figures. And we have performed that combined path algorithm with the 10 repetition and the number of 25 paths. The accuracy obtained for this test after 10 repetition is equal to 0.908%. The obtained results show in this figure. The execution time of the hybrid BAT algorithm BABC MLB. As it is clear from the result in table 1.4, the combined BAT algorithm has been able to reach 89.43% identification accuracy by selecting only 11 features in 106 seconds, while genetic algorithm has been able to reach 85.75% identification accuracy in 292 seconds, and by selecting 38 features. This is a sign of the high execution speed of the combined BAT algorithm compared to the genetic algorithm. Effect of MLB neural network layers in BABC method. In this section, the effect of layer and neuron used by MLB in the BABC MLB algorithm is shown. In this section, the mentioned algorithm performs the classification once on the training data and again on the test data. In the experiment, the MLB used classified with the 15 internal layers, 15 level 1 hidden layers, 15 level 2 hidden layers, and 1 external layer of the customer data set. The accuracy obtained in this test for the MLB algorithm according to table 2.4 equal 19.8%. By comparing the result obtained from figure 4.1 MLB method with the figure 4.5 BABC MLB method, that the BABC MLB method has been able to improve the MLB method by 2%. As we see, if we compare BABC MLB with the other algorithms like NiPace, ANN, IBK, K-star, RIP3, PF3, we can see the paced execution time is for BABC MLB, and the accuracy is good compared with the other algorithms. Conclusion and summary. In this thesis, two methods are proposed to improve the problem of identifying the credit risk of bank customer. In the first method, using meta-heuristic method based on the method of BATs, the dimensions of the features of the given set were reduced. In the second method, used a classification algorithm called multiplier receptor neural network algorithm. The value related to the extracted feature were classified and based on that, a customer credit risk detection model was created. Also in this research, multi-layer validation method was used to select training data and test data. Accuracy, prediction, recall, fitness, and convergency rate parameter have been used to evaluate the obtained result. The obtained results show that the method used in this thesis have been able to improve the mentioned problem compared to the methods. Suggestion and future works. And at the end of the thesis and according to obtained result, we present suggestion for building an improved gender recognition model with the highest accuracy in future works, which are as follows. One of the suggestions that can be made in the field of customer credit risk detection and for used in future works is the use of principle of component analysis method to reduce the dimensions of the features, as well as use of the support vector machine classification method to improve the problem. The main reason for proposing these two methods in future work is the high accuracy of the principal component analysis method in selecting features, and also the power of the support vector machine method in data classification. Another suggestion is that due to the fact that the PAT method is very effective in solving optimization problems and including feature selection problem for classification algorithms, therefore it is better to combine the meta-heuristic method of PAT with the other methods such as the frog jump method or the firefly method be used for optimal selection of features. Thank you for listening, and thank you again for the Committee of Defense and my supervisor, Dr. Manjan Nadan, and goodbye.